Alrighty, guys. Uh, life. Everybody here, I'm sure, has had a difficult situation once or twice in life. We all have our ups and downs. Nothing is always perfect, and most of the time, nothing really goes as planned. So, bringing that back to my quote. My quote states that I didn't want to admit it. It was easier to lie, hide the hurt and emptiness, to smile instead of cry. Now that's a mouthful. Don't get me wrong. But the way I want to break this down to you is picture yourself walking up a volcano. Not that we normally do that or anything, but you guys are walking up a volcano, right? So going up on a volcano, you're going up. It's like a mountain, of course, going up. Going up, it's suspenseful, right? You're going up, you're climbing up, things are getting heated. It's a volcano, it's about to erupt. You don't know that till you get to the top, kind of thing, right? Okay, now bring that back to life real quick. So we're going up, and then here's life. You're having difficulties or issues going on, and everything starts getting suspenseful. Here's the problem with bottling it up on your way up to the top. So you guys are having arguments, whatever's going on in your life, then it's easier for you just to keep everything closed up, not talk about it, not tell somebody else about it, just go with the flow kind of thing. So going with the flow, going all the way up, you're going to reach a point called the climax. And at that point, you're at all the way at the top, volcano's about to erupt. Why did the volcano erupt? Well, because it's been building up pressure, and it's getting, there's a lot of suspense going sorry, there's a lot of suspense going on, and you guys weren't talking about something, or you were just like letting it all consume you, and then once you reach the top, bam, there's the climax, there's the eruption, there's hide the hurt and emptiness instead to smile instead of cry. So you weren't talking about it, you weren't crying it out, you were just going with the flow, got you to the top. Here you are at the top, bam. Now there's the long way down, right? Now you're going down from the volcano or mountain. It's already erupted, there's lava everywhere, and you gotta get out of that situation really quick. So you're going down the mountain or volcano, and now you gotta deal with all the, the repercussions of the volcano blowing up because you went up that volcano. Doing that, you're just causing more issues, and instead of talking about it, sorry, this is really hard to relate it back to that point here, but instead of talking about your issues in the beginning and not going up that volcano and just bottling everything up and making it easier just to tell somebody something else instead of what was really going on, you let the situation escalate to a moment you might have, or you blew up, emotions everywhere kind of thing, and then on the way back down you gotta reprimand your whole situation and apologize, and just try to pick back things where you started. So what I was trying to get at today was that it is easier to talk about your issues instead of bottling up your emotions and issues, like this quote is saying, which is we can all relate to on that one. And the quote really can hit it home, because if you guys just talk about problems instead of just bottling it up and waiting for it to blow up in your face, you probably have a better outcome from that situation. All right. I had this thing. Hit me.
There was a little bit of hesitation at the beginning, but you got going pretty well. The topic is identified, the connection to your whole story. I think you kind of explain it as you're going along. The story becomes the focus of what you're talking about, and it's an interesting metaphor, but it doesn't always, you don't always kind of connect back to the thing that you're trying to say at the end of the speech. I think you do that a little bit more at the conclusion than you did in the body of the speech, but it sometimes just feels like you've gotten all wrapped up in this whole metaphor and you're going to keep going with it, and there's a lot to describe in it, and that's the thing that keeps you going and sustains you through the whole presentation, is that you've got the detail of the image of going up the volcano and the eruption and all that kind of stuff, And so you've always got something to say about those sorts of things. And like I said, sometimes it doesn't feel like you're tying it back into the point that you're trying to make until the end where there's a little bit more of that. Delivery things are good. You look at us, you are engaged, your facial expressions are vivid. There's a lot of gestures that are descriptive in nature. You look like you're actually having some fun while you're talking to us, which I appreciate. And like you are kind of interested in what you're saying too. Let's face it, if you're interested in what you're saying, we're more likely to be interested in what you're saying as well. Like I said, it felt a little bit like Gesundheit, like maybe we're off track occasionally, but you pulled it back at the end reasonably well, so no big problems there. The delivery things are all solid.